Hello and welcome to Gierok Farms. It's November 19th today. It's the Saturday before Thanksgiving. And here in Wisconsin, you know what that means. It's the opening of deer season. And currently it's about 5:55 a.m. Plan of attack: get the cows fed, get chores rolling here for my dad. So then we can all go out into the woods and sit in the stand for a couple hours. Mariska, she's already up and at 'em. You excited for today? You excited to see what we bring home? Hopefully we at least see something out there. Right, Mariska? So let's get to work so we can get out there in time. Excited, Owen?
Oh yeah.
Ready to go?
You know it.
Just about done here with chores and should be able to get out there before it's too late.
This fun's better than Christmas.
So we made it out to the stand. It's 7 a.m. and I was just looking at the weather, and currently it's 21 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's only supposed to get colder as the day goes on. It's supposed to get down to 16, 15 by this afternoon, and wind up to 17 miles an hour out of the northwest. So just looking at the sky, you can really see the clouds are moving. It seems like it's been snowing every day for the past week. It really hasn't amounted to much, but it's been flurries every day, and there's a really nice snow cover on the ground now. Really good conditions if we were to wound a deer and needed to track it, which obviously we strive not to do. But besides that, I gotta say, it makes it look really beautiful out here, and makes it a heck of a lot easier to see everything. A little bit of an update. It's a little past 8 o'clock, and we got some flurries moving in on us here, a little bit of snow. I don't think it's going to amount to much looking at the radar, but we'll have some decreased visibility for a little bit. Not much for activity yet. Plenty of squirrels, obviously, and birds, and the wind's been swaying the trees a little bit, but no deer yet. camera's picking it up, but the weather sure did change quick. The snow, it's really coming down now. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna last long, but maybe for the next hour here or so, it's gonna be a winter wonderland. Visibility went from, I could see, heck, probably at least a mile away, all the way across the big valley we live in. And now, maybe 75 yards. I've heard some activity off in the distance. I've heard some hunters taking a crack at something. At least somebody's seeing something. Nevertheless, though, it's super, super peaceful out here. Definitely feeling the fingers getting a little cold now, but that's all part of the experience. The mini storm has passed. We got our visibility back. Just a nice little dusting. I think now it's gonna get cold. Wind's gonna really start blowing now. Checking back in. It's a couple minutes after 9 o'clock. Hasn't been much for activity down here in the valley. I think I'm gonna climb out of the stand here and go check in with Mason. Maybe go sit up there in his nice blind with his heater. It's time to warm up. Hopefully my uncle and Owen have been having better luck on the other end of the farm, and judging by what I was hearing, I think they have. So I'm excited to check in with them and see what kind of luck they had this morning. But as of right now, I'm gonna climb out of the stand, warm my feet up, and go check in with Mason.
Alright, so it's the first day of hunting, and it's snowing pretty hard right now. And we just got down from our stands, and my Uncle Jim just shot a pretty big doe. I'm down pretty hard right now, but I don't know if you can really see that well with the camera.
We headed back out to sit for a while more, and my uncle, he's across the way, walking to the back of our property. So I came over to the bunk here, and I figured I'd sit in case anything got spooked as he walks back there. If they run this way, then I'll be able to see them. The forecast was true. The wind is here, and it is getting cold. So I'm hunkered next to our bunk here on our back 40, kind of using it as a windbreak. We'll sit here for a while and see how long this lasts before I'm frozen. I gotta get up and move again. So we took a break from hunting. My brothers, they're helping my dad get the cows in right now. And my dad, he figured we should put a calf jacket on some of our small calves now. That's really cooled off. Once we finish chores here, we'll probably go do a couple small deer drives. See if we can't kick something up this afternoon. There we go. Good to go. Just a little added protection for our smaller calves.
So we just finished chores in the barn. All cows are in on this wonderful day.
They certainly lined up a little different today.
And Dad, he was giving us grief for being out in this cold hunting. You want to tell him about back in '91, right? You were saying.
Well, 91, that's the year we started here, and I guess I've told this story other times, but so we didn't have any money. I mean, I was 24 years old. All my brothers hunted. My dad had a friend from Eau Claire that used to come, and it started snowing like on Friday evening, like about 7 o'clock. And my brother said, "Oh, I'm gonna buy you a license so you can come with us and get an extra deer and all that stuff." And I didn't even have a gun for hunting. He was gonna give me a gun too because he was bigger into that. So then I said, "Tomorrow it's gonna be snowing." Sure enough, in the morning we had about 8 inches of snow on the ground. Yeah. It was coming down. It was like white out. And I'm kind of thinking like, I don't feel so bad doing chores and taking care of the farm here. And it wasn't even, I don't know, it was even 9 o'clock. And the whole crew that was, because this farm was new to our family, so we had some big woods up there. And they're gonna come here. And they were all down here, I remember, under the breezeway by the milk house. And they all talking about how their guns were jamming because it was kind of a heavy, wet snow besides. And I think by Sunday, we probably had 2 feet.
Wow.
I mean, today's cold, today's windy. I mean, it's January weather. There's no doubt there.
Yeah, winter came early, and I think the deer know it too. I mean, they didn't see a whole
and
lot,
I think what we're going to have to do is walk on top of them to get them to jump out. One year, it was probably, I want to think 87 maybe, or somewhere in there, we had, it rained. And it was before light out. I was still living at home yet there. And everybody was kind of showing up, and we were all working around the barn. It was pouring so darn hard, and it rained till about 10 in the morning. And some guys went out; they just came home soaked. It was nothing. I thought the deer aren't dumb enough to be out running around in that. And then I remember one year, I don't know if it was '09. It was kind of a wetter fall, and the harvest was late, and that we were here, of course, then. And it was so foggy.
I remember that.
Yeah, you were pretty young then, but it was so foggy. I would say it was like 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon before the fog lifted, even enough to even see anything. I mean, It was thick.
Yeah, you weren't going to shoot anything unless it was 10 yards in front of you.
Running you over me.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a whole, that was the other side of things. So, and then I remember, well, back in the late 90s, hunting in t-shirts. We were all looking for orange t-shirts. It was warm. It was like 70 degrees and all that.
Drove out the first set of woods. There were sign down in there. According to my uncle sitting in the stand on the far end of the farm, as we were coming down there, we booted one up and out of there, so they're around yet. Now we're gonna push a bunch of pockets, some smaller pockets that we can manage with our group here. When it comes to this deer drive, we got this big piece of woods on the property, but we need 10 plus guys to push that right without just giving up deer or letting them slip out. So my brothers, they're posted on the far end, and then my uncle and I, we're gonna push out these pockets to them. Hopefully they get a chance to at least see a deer, and hopefully something big pops out and they can get a chance at her. Looks like we're gonna get some more snow here, so it'll get interesting by the end of the drive. Something came through here after the first snowfall. Gosh, I should have stayed in the stand longer. What was I thinking? So that's gonna be it for hunting for the day. We're gonna call our quits. Everybody's chilled to the bone. So we just had a nice little late lunch, early dinner, and I'd say we're about done when it comes to hunting for the day. It's just such a cold day. I'm happy that half the crew got to see some deer today. It's good to know that there's still plenty of deer on the farm. It's just, I think the weather's really got them hunkered down, and I noticed that a lot of our neighbors aren't hunting like they normally would. I think a lot of that's due to the cold weather we're having. So, but nevertheless, still enjoyed it. It was great to spend time with my family. It was great to spend time with my brothers and my uncle, and I had a great time. Leave a comment down below about any of your hunting stories. Let us know how your hunt went this year, or any of the cool stories you have from the past. We love reading those comments. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you know of anyone that would also enjoy it, share it with them. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to check out our other videos.